Well, if you're going to be in traffic, at least there's a pretty view. That would be Mount Hood. Looking east, and we're just crossing the Columbia River into Oregon. We're probably east of Portland, maybe 15 miles or so for folks that maybe aren't around this area. So there's the I-5 goes from the Canadian border down to Mexico and goes through Seattle and Portland. And then this Highway 205 kind of does just a loop around I-5 to the east, and then brings you right back into I-5. So it gets you off I-5, kind of goes to the east, maybe 15 miles or so. The airport's out this way, and then it loops you right back around into I-5. The weather's going to be awesome. 3 days of awesome weather. And then it's going to suck for like 5 days. Highs of, just rain, and highs of in the 40s, like low 40s. But for the next couple days, it's going to get warmer until, I believe it's Tuesday, is going to be 80, 79, 80. So I've got some gravel rides I want to do that I haven't done in that area, so we're gonna go do that. Let's see, of course I got out of town late, but we managed to pack skis, telemark skis, with skins. I don't think they'll be, well, we'll find out. Actually, with how cold it's going to be next week, there might be fresh snow. Now that I say that, down by Bend. So I was thinking actually just skiing the resort on the way back in a week. But we might actually be able to get some skiing. So I was able to pack that. I was able to pack a pack raft. I was able to pack 2 fly rods. I was able to pack a mountain bike, and I was able to pack the gravel bike. So don't ask me how long that took. But I got up at 6, and well, it's almost 3 o'clock, and now I'm stuck in Portland traffic, even though I'm not in Portland. So for the next couple days, it's gravel rides outside of Warm Springs. 2-hour drive, maybe we'll stop in an hour. We'll stop and get, we've got golf cart batteries to get. I picked up a golf cart. I haven't had good luck with golf carts for the cabin rentals and cleaning. I'm on my 3rd golf cart in a year and a half, in under 2 years. So I had an electric one, batteries died, steering went out, probably had some other issues I can't even think of right now. Then I just bought a gas one 3 months ago from a Yamaha golf cart repair place. And they said this was like one of the best ones, going to run forever. I replaced the head gasket on it last week, and that didn't do it. And I'm not going to tear into replacing the rings on that piston and getting into that. Or maybe it even comes with a new piston. I saw the kit online, like the whole engine rebuild kit. But I don't want to do all that for that golf cart. It'd be cool. Maybe somebody else wants to do that. So now I'm going to go buy batteries for golf cart number 3. I've got the dead batteries in here. About half my errands are run this direction. Where I live is about 2 hours from Portland, about 2 hours from Seattle. So cities and all those city conveniences are almost the same either way, but they are a little bit of a stretch. I can get to, grocery stores. In 2 miles, take exit 22 on. And Fred Meyer's and things, but when I have to go get something like golf cart batteries, I got to kind of plan it and figure out where they're going to have them. Or like right now, I'm driving by an IKEA here for rental cabins. I think IKEA is awesome. Their kitchen stuff is really good. I've bought probably 3 different sets of kitchen cabinets from different places, and the IKEA ones, I know they changed something in the last year or two. they were telling me about it for the last set of kitchen cabinets I bought for one of the units, but they hold up really well. They're built really well. I think they're, I don't know, probably pretty affordable since it is IKEA for what you get, because I have tried other cabinets where you'd have to spend a good bit more money to get what you get with IKEA, I think. Isn't that right, Fern? Okay, so this is the Fern wine, and she's starting to climb up here business, so she's telling me it's time. Does that mean it's time, Fern? Yeah, okay. So, that means it's time to get out of the truck, move around a little bit. I think we're just about at the top. We're starting to get into the snow, Fern. So the nice part of that is that means Fern gets out in the snow and keeps nice clean feet for getting back in the truck. But it's not like I think of those things. Yes, I do. Oh, damn! Sorry, I just wanted to say that. Oh, Fern, seriously? Oh my goodness, that's with the windows down. Oh! Jeez. Yeah, more of this, Fern, huh? You want that ball? That one attracts more dirt, because we're in the dirt. More, huh? You've been in the car all day. Well, not all day, because geez, you didn't leave till noon. Well, good morning. It's a beautiful, sunny 7 a.m. morning. We are, well, let's see, I'll show you. I was just looking at the weather, and I was looking at how recovered I am. That's kind of the two things I look at every morning. But you can see here, I'm not doing too bad. This is a red, yellow, green thing. I'm 86% of the way recovered. So I'm green today. That's awesome. I slept for 8 hours 44 minutes, 14% longer than normal. So I think after the drive and transition yesterday, that probably had something to do with that. So that's pretty awesome. 100% sleep performance. So yeah, look at this. You can see my sleep. I got up to go to the bathroom once, but just a straight line. No little, seems like maybe some of those little bumps down in there is like stress or something if I'm not sleeping great. So we're doing good today. We're gonna finish making coffee. We might drive a little closer. I was gonna go from here, but I'm looking at the start of that next ride, and it's 8 miles, which isn't horrible. We could just ride an extra 8, but then we're throwing an extra 16 onto an extra 40 something, and then we're starting to get 55, 60, and then we're starting to get bigger miles for this early in the season. So I was going to show you, this is about as bad as the condensation gets. I mean, there's no, of course some bugs flew in last night. See a couple little bugs. But there's no, minus the windows, I didn't have any doors, windows open, no screens open. I didn't have the fan going last night. It was cold. Probably just got below freezing outside. But this is the kind of condensation I'll get. Just the water droplets on the edge of the windows here. And it usually doesn't take much to just open them for a minute with the heater going, and they kind of clear up and dry out. These windows though, this little bit of moisture, this that you see, I've had so much moisture here that it's puddled up on the couch, that there's been probably a 4 or 5 inch puddle of water from these windows. So I am so glad I didn't put any windows over the bed. A lot of people put a big long 5-foot window across this, which wouldn't that be cool to lay in bed and look out that nice big window? But every morning you'd be having drips on your bed. When you're driving, 70 mile an hour wind and sleet and rain and yuck, these windows are pretty awesome, but I guess I don't want to tempt fate. If I have this camper for 10 or 20 years, sooner or later it kind of seems to me like these windows, before anything else leaks, these things are going to leak first. And in all honesty, if I had to do this again, I wouldn't even put a fan in. I would just use these windows open. I purposely did this right across from each other so they can have a breeze, and then I put the fan at the other end of the camper so that you can open the windows and turn on the fan and have kind of a air pull all the way through the camper and up and out. And that way the one fan works for the sleeping area and kind of the main area. That was my idea, but like I said, if I had to do it all over again, I would eliminate the stupid little plastic cover on there and this little fan and a hole in my roof, because I'd rather just have the windows and not have that, especially when it's super cold. Once it starts getting single digits and the wind's blowing, you can feel it up by there. There's not much of a little piece of foam and that little plastic lid on a little motor that just kind of sits there. It doesn't really close and seal fantastically. So that's something I thought of. Go to the Arctic or something, I'll probably get some kind of magnetic cover or something that fits onto there. But other than that, waking up, I was just going to show you the little bit of condensation, because that's about it. That's me and the dog breathing all night. And it's always been dry in here. People say it looks like you're in a big cooler, and it is. A cooler from the inside and a cooler from the outside. 1/4 inch fiberglass, 2 inches of foam, and a 1/4 inch fiberglass, and it's a sandwich. And it's just these panels. So that's all there is to it. Look at our day. Well, the wind came up. The wind came up pretty good in the last hour. So I was just packing up, thinking about riding, and then I think about 2 to 3 hours of fighting a headwind, and not just to fighting the wind, but that wind is cold. Like, my hands are cold. Reading the route here, over the rainbow, it says includes miles of old railroad grade, river-hugging single roads, a secret 1-lane tunnel, a colorful rainbow store, Lake Semtuostus, in the Erickson Aircraft Collection, a flight museum. Oh wow. So, there we go. It's 42 miles, 1,900 feet of gain, 10% gravel, 30% double track, 5% single track, 55% paved. Attention required, rural setting. So, there we go. And the website I'm looking at today is dirtyfreehub.org, which I think is pretty awesome. I don't know who the people are, but I've done a number of these rides, and yeah, this website's pretty cool, so I don't mind plugging it. It seems like they got more and more rides on here all the time for lots of different states. So that's what we're doing. I think now we're ready to go. We got the computer synced. We just got to cross the highway here and head that way and get started. Who's got to go? What other jokes you got? That had to have come off a truck. Like, why else would that be right on the side of the road like that? Right? Didn't that fall off a truck? Just perfectly upright, ready for use? Or is that just me? When the wind's not pushing you over, it's very pleasant riding. Nice and flat and level and smooth. You think that's an old piece of wood? You probably got them every 100 yards or so. A few hundred yards that way. But yeah, obviously water's pretty important, so once they flood these, probably pretty soon, it's important to keep them open and keep the gunk and the weeds out of them, and I'm sure they got a lot of work. Oh, and by the way, I've seen lots more outhouses, and it looks like that's just a thing for workers and stuff out here. There's outhouses all over the place. I saw some signs that something about country farming outhouses or something like that. So that's pretty cool. It's supported by whoever, so people aren't just dropping trowel in the irrigation ditch, I guess. Yeah, I'd say that's a good thing, don't you think? Wow. That's pretty cool. So I'm guessing they had plywood. Well, maybe that's actually block. This actually I think this is block now that I say that. Because of the holes down there, maybe. And then it's smeared. Well, I see wood down there. And then it's just finished. This might have been a cellar. Anybody's guess with a house there. It was lined down in there, lined with mortar. Look at those stones, the way that they're stacked. They're all perfectly flat and in a circle like it was a burn area. is. Look at that. Bolts all the way through. Yeah, it was probably that size at one point. That one you can see got fixed with a 2x4. The bottom one, a little better down at that end. Yeah, they're bolted all the way through. Somebody had to hand drill that all the way through. Put a bolt in every spot. Bolts. I mean, it's held up. Let's guess how old that is, and I just opened and closed it and came through it. So it's still in use today. The next cool thing, check out what's up here. I thought for sure this was the tunnel we were riding through. Sorry to fake you out. So the road now goes left up there, but this is the old tunnel. Ventilation up there. Big fan over there. Well, and just when you thought I said we're not going to stop anymore, just when I said I'm just going to keep on riding because we still got lots of miles to go. It's getting late. Here I am walking down railroad tunnels. Sorry, here we are walking down railroad tunnels. It's going to turn to sand underfoot, but a hard sand. Not quite like beach sand, like it's a little firmer, but sandy. And it looks like just a pile of dirt here. Okay. Almost there. After this, I swear, all we're going to do is pedal. No more distractions. No more old tunnels. I wonder if this is what that bike ride route meant when it said Old Railroad Tunnel. I can't remember if it said we ride through one or ride by one. It's a very colorful graffiti artwork. Kind of like the colors of that one. Yellow fade, orange and red. That's kind of cool. Whoa. I don't know about that. Do we even want to know what's on there? Okay, we're gonna call those rocks. Yowzers. Who brought that out here? I don't know. Railroad tunnel. Mattress, is that like a thumbs up or is that a thumbs down sort of thing? I'm not sure. That whole scene maybe kind of does it for me, but you guys let me know. Maybe that's just a me thing. Okay. And then it carries on around this corner to the river. But I think we're going to cross the river. Possibly on the road over there. Whew. Wind is sure coming through that tunnel. Oh, 1912. There you go. 1912 tunnel. Of all those YouTubers out there that, I don't know what you call it, but you like set the camera down and then film yourself going through the frame. Or you set the camera down and then like it shows you walking away. So you, the viewer, can get the experience of traveling with me instead of looking at me. So that's pretty cool. So that would be like if I tried to do this. Big canyon down there, Batman. We're back to the railroad grade. Thankfully, we're not down that other ravine around the lake, which is where we drove yesterday looking for a camp spot. I was really not looking forward to that much more up and down. 35 miles in, 3 hours and 6 minutes rolling time. RPM. I think that's my resting heart rate. 136. Or not my resting, that's beats per minute right now. Yeah, BPM, beats per minute. Bucket. So, yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. Getting a little late in the day. Screen's bouncing around a lot, but I think we're about 2,300 calories into the ride. Yep. Oh, and there's some more over there. I guess there's some way down there too. And it goes all up that draw. Remember, those are some old parts and pieces. There's bolts there, and there, and over there, and on the outside of this one over here. Oh, am I happy to see that. It ends just like it begins, except a little more hammered. Yeah, maybe 40 something miles was a little ambitious today. Oh, well, there's my good girls. Good firm burn. I know, that was longer than I thought. You gonna go potty? You go ahead and go potty. Then we'll play with your ball. Okay, fluid time. Sun setting. That means it's time to make camp. We got done with the ride, we got a nice shower, we got some bad Chinese food, some good carbs though, and now I'm seeing my favorite thing. What's that? Power lines. What do power lines mean? Roads. Take that one though. We're gonna go uphill and we're gonna go for the view. Oh, if I don't dump my Chinese first. Stopped just at the wrong spot. I didn't use my momentum to get up and over these bumps. Just had to roll over that, and then not so bad. Not so bad at all. See, if I was like a professional YouTuber, I would have a drone in the air right now, and I'd be filming all this and playing cool music, and wouldn't that be cool? Maybe someday when I actually have my schnizzle together, I will not do bike rides that take quite so long and have it be quite so late, and try to actually get to camp at an appropriate hour and not 7:30 when the sun's setting. But look at this. I think we found a camp spot. Where, you might ask? Anywhere you want. Yes, that's magnificent. Truly breathtaking. And just for grins, Fern, we're gonna set the e-brake tonight. Just for grins. You know, stranger things have happened. And we're gonna turn the lights off. And we're gonna pull out the stairs to set up home. Oh. bit breezy. Oh, and she's chilly. Oh, she's chilly. What did it say? Holding facility, detention facility, something like that. One of the ones where there's people. There's lots of big lights. The whole road was all lit up driving up there. I even knew before driving up there, I thought, that sure looks like where they might have some kind of jail type place. Okay. Let me go back to watching the sunset.